Hello everybody, in today's video I'm going to show you how I make my YouTube thumbnails. A lot of people ask me how I do it because they're very colorful and stuff, and I was making those other ones with the two bars and had the words coming down here and the picture there. But they looked cool at first, which is why I kept doing them, but then I looked at my other ones and I'm like, you know what, my old ones were better, so that's what I'm going to do. So I've got a couple of puzzles here to show you. The first thing you want is a background. Now the program I'm using is called Motion 5. It's an Apple program. You could probably use something like Photoshop. It's all layer based, right? So this is like my layers up here is my media, right? My layers. So it's all layer based. The first thing you want to do is get your backing layer. So for me, I just went on the internet and downloaded a backing layer. Now a lot of people might not like this one, but I do. I try to use different ones all the time. And you can see that this one does not quite fit this viewer window. So what I'm going to do is just stretch it out a bit until it fits, right? And then I want to put my picture on top. So there's two ways you can do it. You can either have a green screen picture, which is what I have here, and then I can go over here, I believe. Maybe it's this one. Yeah, and go to keying and keyer and completely key that picture out. So now it's cut out perfectly. But I don't generally do that very much. I don't know why. I probably should, because it's so much easier than the way I'm going to show you. But we're going to use this Professor Ghost Cube, or it's a Master Ghost Cube actually. And so what I do is I take the picture and I overlap it on top of the background, and then I come down here and I take a mask and I basically mask this by cutting it out. So I want to zoom up. And this does seem lengthy, but it actually doesn't take too much time, and I just click and I click, and I'm basically just cutting this picture out. If you're going to cut pictures out, it's best to cut a little bit inside of the picture that you're cutting out. So like I'm cutting on the inside of the puzzle, not on the outside. That way I don't get any of the outside color, even though this is a white puzzle and I am have a white background. It doesn't really matter too much, but I like to cut inside the puzzle. It makes it look a little bit more sharp. And I believe that there are some programs out there that can just do this for you, but I'm pretty old school and I like to do it manually. I find it actually to be fun. Now the bad part about my program is that if I accidentally double click, it'll cut the picture right there. I'm not going to show you because I don't want to redo all this work, and I can't undo that. So I'm just going to go through. You can see basically how I'm doing this, right? If there's a curve, you need to put more pieces in, like more of these things. But if there's a straight line, you can go right to the straight line and fix that and just get it all at once. So I'm going to fast forward this just to get through it, because I think you guys have the basic idea of what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm just finishing this up, and then I click the first one to close it. And as you can see, I have now cut that out. And I think I did a pretty good job on that one. So now I want to create a kind of it's like behind the puzzle, but it kind of feathers out. You guys have seen it. It's like an outline. So what I do is I come down here to my pen tool and I just click. I don't have to go exactly with the puzzle like before because this is just an outline. And I just click all the necessary points. I click there and there. Come up here, click there. Click that one, this one, and then right here. So this created basically a shape that's white and solid on top of it. So I want it to be underneath. So the layers are just like this. Whatever's on top, the topmost layer is on top in the viewer window here on the canvas. So I want to take this and put it underneath this. So I'm going to grab it and just put it underneath it. And now you can see the red outline is still there. So I go to my inspector, which is where I can, change parameters and all that kind of stuff. And actually that didn't quite work, did it? I want to take this and put it there. There, now that's worked. It created a mask the same. So anyways, I go over here and I want to take the feather tool and feather it out. Now you can see it glowing, right? And if I want, I mean, I can go in here and I can change it to whatever color I want. You know what, that blue kind of works with this. So I'm going to use that blue. And this is all grouped together. So I want to take this group, say put it over here, maybe make it a little bit bigger. Stick it down here a little bit more. And now I just want writing. So I press T and I go in here and I would probably, you know, title this Insane, and then make it bigger, place it here. You know what, I want that to be Insanely. So I want to make it smaller. I don't usually have my writing overlapping this picture, and I don't really like that font for this type of background either, so I'm going to click a different font. You can see I've got a whole bunch of these here. Some of them are easier. I don't mind that one. And then I want to go to Style, add an outline to it, change it to black, and then make that wider. And you know what? In this case, I might actually overlap this. It doesn't look too bad. And then the color of this, I can either choose the same color, so I can get my dropper tool and come over here and take a sample of that color and change it to the exact same color. That doesn't look too bad, but I think I'd want it a little bit different. So I come over here. Yellow actually looks pretty good. See, I just move around and I, you know, try to find something that works with it. Actually, pink does work with that. And I might even do that because it stands out. So let's just do that. So I take this, hit Command D for duplicate, and then go like this and probably write difficult because it is. Change this a little bit smaller, move it up, and then duplicate this again, come down here, probably write Ghost, make this bigger, and put it there. Actually, I want it a little bit more upwards. Duplicate that again, come down here, cube, and make this bigger. You know, so that's basically it. I mean, that's my thumbnail. I mean, it looks really nice. Personally, I really like this thumbnail. I wish I used this one when I made it, but I'm not. This is just an example. So that's really how you do it. I mean, you can pick an image from the internet. You know, you take your picture, you cut it out, make a background. It's all working with layers and colors and trying to find something that works, you know, and something that doesn't work. But anyways, guys, that's how I create my thumbnails. It's really not that difficult. I'm sure if I learned some other programs like Photoshop, I'm sure it would make my life a lot easier. But this works for me. I really like this program called Motion 5. It's how I create basically everything that you see on my channel that has anything to do with animations. Anyways, guys, that's how I do it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.